Yo guys, welcome back to another video, and as you can see we've got the trailer strat, and it's not really that hard. It's very easy for you guys to do, and the score we have got is 4,470. You can probably get a bit more if your rumbling wants to lock in, and you can probably get a bit more if you're able to time this slightly better, and of course if you're breaking the shields on the mobs, and if you're able to wave skip, go ahead and try. I've tried Sasuke and Sukuna, and both of them won't really work, but yeah. And also it says the 500% unit is Lancer, but I'm pretty sure it's Medusa, so go you can try Medusa if you want, but don't think it will make too much of a difference. But this is the team we're using, so good luck and enjoy. Okay, this tournament is so easy and it's just very chill. So you guys don't have to do much. It's just placing your units, upgrading them. There's no stalling, nothing needed. It's just a few timings. And yeah, as long as you follow the timings and the things I do, you can easily get the same score. And then you place Sukuna here after your farms are there. And yeah. Sukuna should deal with that mob at the front, killing him off. And you set Sukuna to last. And then you place another Sukuna as well. And that way no mobs early game should be causing any issue. But yeah, as long as you just follow this. Oh my days, I'm sounding so chopped. But yeah, you just want to focus upgrading your farms, and eventually at some point you will get your Sukunas to upgrade 3. This will be one wave before you max your farms. At least one Sukuna to upgrade 3 just to deal with mobs. We'll see. But you have one Sukuna set to first, one Sukuna set to last, by the way. And it's next wave that we decide to upgrade our Sukuna to upgrade 3. Dismantle Slam. Just to deal with these mobs up down there that are about to leak. But yeah, they died regardless, that's fine. But yeah, now there should just be no leaks. You can just focus on farming. And once you got all your farms upgraded, you want to go to upgrading your Sukunas auto upgrade 3. Placing your third Sukuna and having them all on upgrade 3. And then you just focus your AOT units. But yeah, with all 3 Sukunas upgraded to upgrade 3, there should be no leakage at all. No enemy should be leaking at all. You want to place your Aaron, your 3 Ymirs, and your 1 Zeke. And yeah, say your Aaron to Boston and just prioritize upgrading him. You want to get him to max upgrade. He should get there to like wave 17 or 18. But you can see, yeah, this boss is just getting dealt with easily. Yeah, see, we're going full AoE. We wave 16, and yeah, at wave 18 you should be maxed out. But yeah, your next upgrade should be going towards Zeke because he has a very good boss killing potential, and you should probably set all your minions to bosses right now because that's what I will do eventually. Just giving you the heads up. But yeah, Zeke with his ability can pretty much shred any boss. Not any boss, but a lot of bosses. But yeah, we're waiting for the boss to get within our Aaron's range. And then we're gonna place our two errands for the little mini nuke. You'll see the damage on the boss, how much it does. See those little two placements? Took off that much damage off him. All that HP off his overshield. And yeah, we're gonna be prioritizing Max and Zeke now. And yeah, here we're putting all our units to bosses. And I'm placing another Zeke. Well, the second Zeke's already placed. And yeah, well, we're gonna max our Zeke before wave 24, so make sure to keep that in mind. And yeah, we just use the ability once all our units are bosses. I'll set the bosses, and yeah, look at this boss. Look at the HP just go down. But yeah, this boss will just easily be killed, so it's perfectly fine as well. And ideally, before maxing the Sukuna, you want to move him slightly more to the left or slightly in front, so he's hitting spawn as well. And once he is hitting spawn, you're able to use the ability because it will allow you to have more damage, and of course he's hitting spawn, so it helps a late game as well. Yeah, I didn't pop the ability at all, which probably did cost me a bit of kills, so I'd say using the ability is something you guys should look to do, because it will give his damage an increase because he's killing enemies and gaining more damage. See, it's one thing I just didn't do in this run, which you guys should be doing. And the reason I didn't do it because I'm going to be selling and replacing after. And also with the Zeke, yeah, I used the ability. So after 13 waves, so at wave 30, was it 33 I used it? Or 23? So at 36, he would self-delete himself. And you'll see later, I do sell and replace the Zeke that I maxed out. with the gigantification. I sell him at wave 35 to sell and replace him because it gives me back a bit of yen by selling him, and I don't like he don't get sold by himself. So that's what I do with the Zeke that I did gigantification with. But you can see me pointing towards the waves because I was actually confused. I didn't remember which wave I used the ability on, but yeah. So I used that 23. So which means I should be selling Zeke at wave 35. But yeah, I used the L ability just for these leaks. I should use it slightly a bit earlier, so make sure you guys use it a bit early. You don't want any leaks at all. Especially the few that are in front. Those ones you just don't want at all. These ones that are slightly behind is perfectly fine. But the ones that are like very like slightly ahead of all other mobs, you don't want those alien generals to leak at all. So use your ability slightly ahead of mine, like before mine, just to prevent those leaks. And you can see at wave 35 I do sell to Zeke just to be safe. Sell and replace him, I get 31k yen back instead of losing all my yen, which is it's not the best of course, because I still wasted 120k yen, but I still at least got some yen back. If I just let him sell himself by accident, just by himself, I would have not gained any yen. And yeah, you can see these enemies that do leak, you should be moving a Sukuna for them towards the back very early on, and getting him to upgrade 3 as well, because I do it very late. And that first mob at the very front, who's about to hit, like he's close towards the base, he got very close to hit my base. So yeah, to take off the risk factor on that, just move his Sukuna right now to that little bend where he's at now, and just set him to upgrade 3. You can deal with those mobs. And yeah, we're just putting our money into the Zeke, and you can see we have that Sukuna back there, and he basically did nothing to this enemy, so I had to just move him slightly more back and set him to upgrade 3. That's why I said to put him to upgrade 3 earlier, because it would have been better dealing with the mobs. And you can see this enemy did get very close to killing me, so not killing me but losing a stock on me, so that's one less kill. But I did end up killing him, so make sure you guys deal with those mobs a bit earlier. And you can see he got to the very spawn and he just died there. So luckily he died and I saved myself a stock. And I got myself an extra kill on that. Yeah, they shouldn't be leaking at all like that. So yeah, just letting those mobs leak, I mean, get killed off, and then around like a bit later I do use my rumbling at 6 minutes-ish. And then I can move this Sukuna back to the front. Well, I don't need to really place him, I just keep him I guess. Because I want to be putting my money into the rumbling team instead. And yeah, from here it's just pretty much the same things, just rumbling whenever you can. Not whenever you can, but at specific timings. And also just upgrading your units and just rumbling. That's all there is to say. I have nothing else to say. That's all it is to the strat. Would I call it a strat? I don't know. Feels kind of shameless to call it a strat, but that's just how rumbling is. And even if we do hate it, in maps like Namek, Double Dungeon, and Sand Village, rumbling can definitely shine as much as it wants because those maps have very weak enemies. So yeah, it's just gonna be rumbling. I did want to use Sasuke so bad because as you guys do know, I'm glazing Sasuke like crazy. But yeah, I can't use Sasuke, so I have to stick to rumbling. And this was my second run only, so yeah, tells you how easy it is to do. Yeah, I use my rumbling at 345. You can delay it to like 335 if you want, because you'll still be able to pull off your final rumbling, which is all that matters. But yeah, this rumbling just kills off these enemies, and then you just upgrade your units and just wait for the next one. That's all it is. It's a very boring tournament. I haven't done traits yet, so I'll try traits later, but hopefully that's a bit fun. Yeah, you see these mobs get killed off, and then yeah, it's pretty much just the same thing. This freezer boss is pretty much impossible to kill. You're not doing enough damage to him. Even with the max 35% health. Let's see, he's got 117. 10% of that is like 17 in it. 17 times 3, it's low key. Yeah, it's not doable. Take 51 million off, and then you take off the extra 5%. Taking roughly like 60 million off his HP. Plus, yeah, it's not enough. It's not enough to kill him. So it's kind of a bum on that. But you only be having this. Oh my days, that voice crack. Yeah, you want to be having these Sukanas placed apart, upgrade 3. Make sure their attacks are not synced, so you can break shows easier. And all your units should be maxed in terms of like rumbling units. And you want to be doing your final rumbling at 106, by the way. 106. But yeah, I do move my Sukuna slightly in front because he is kind of not hitting base. It's the one with the ability. And yeah, that's why I told you guys to move him slightly in front a bit earlier because it would allow you to have a stronger ability. So you be able to get a few more kills. Because the Sukuna did give me 3 kills till the ends, which is not much, yeah, but it's a small difference that you do need to compete against your brackets. Because considering it's a rumbling tournament and it's 20 minutes, it's just going to be min-maxing to get a higher score than your enemies or the people in your bracket. But yeah, because my timing for these Sukunas were off, I made sure to do it this way. So yeah, look, upgrade 3, and then 3 seconds later, this guy's to upgrade 3, and that's all you have to do. And then you have them of upgrade 4 or 5, and yeah, they're attacking 3 seconds apart, hitting base, and pretty much just taking care of those. Yeah, I was contemplating if I should move him forward, and I did. So yeah, that's what I did. I'll leave like a little thing in the top left for the timers for the rumbling, the last rumbling, of course. But yeah, you want to be doing the Sukuna ability at 6 seconds left. So you're moving him to the front, and yeah, just maxing him, making sure he's hitting base, and yeah, final upgrade, and then yeah, we can do it. So at 6 seconds left, it's like in between 6 or 7 seconds. Yeah, 6.5. I think I do it at 6.5. Yeah, I did it like late 6, but yeah, that's pretty much all it is. You can see these enemies that are so weak, they're just so close to dying. That's all it is. But yeah, enjoy and see you in the next one. Peace.